Hey all, this is Colin from HustlePaintball.com. Today we're going to talk about how to properly clean your mask. One of the worst things that can happen is you get shot when you're playing the game because then you can't see. The quickest thing to do is clean that paint off your mask, but you don't want to do it and scratch your lens. So we're going to look at how we can do that by avoiding those scratches. Today we have a JT Spectra Flex 8 and the Invert Avatar mask to show us how to do this. So let's get in a little closer. We're going to set up two different scenarios here today. First off, over here, this is after a long hard day of play. You can see you got shot up pretty good, and it's going to require some more extensive cleaning. We're not going to clean this necessarily to get back into the next round, but because we want to take care of our equipment. You want to get that paint off so your mask stays nice and fresh, ready for the next game, and so it doesn't rub off onto the other equipment in your gear bag. We'll look at that in just a second. The second scenario we have is perhaps at the start of the day, second round, whatever it may be, you just get out there and start playing, and you get shot right in the face. Some people would call this getting gogged. Now, the problem is you can't see very well with the paint on there, obviously, and if you don't clean it the right way, you're not going to be able to see very well for the rest of the day. So how do we best clean this without scratching the lens? The first thing we need to do is take the excess paint off of the lens. Now, if you have a large microfiber cloth, that works great. However, most people don't carry those with them on the field. So what I usually do is just use my hand. You're just going to wipe it across the lens, and then you can wipe that off on your pants or your shirt, or if you happen to have a convenient cloth like this sitting here, wipe it right on there. You can do this a couple times to remove that excess paint, and your hand is going to keep from scratching the lens. The next thing you want to do is use some cleaning solution. This is the pathogen cleaning spray that we have here today. We like this, we use it for all of our optics, and it works really well. You're simply going to spray that under the lens, then use a microfiber cloth, such as this one, to clean the rest of the paint and clear your view. You'll want to repeat as necessary. I notice that this still has a little bit of residue on the lens, so you can be liberal with your cleaning spray and really get a good clean on there. Sometimes you may not have as much time to clean it off. Just remember that when you get a moment, go ahead and remove that excess paint to make sure your vision is as clear as it can be. So you may be wondering, why didn't I simply pick up this cloth and wipe off the lens with that? Or perhaps your field offers paper towel and Windex to the players. Can you use that to clean your lens? Our recommendation is no. And here's why. This cloth, a paper towel, your t-shirt, anything else you may use to clean your lens that is not microfiber is going to cause scratches. It's very abrasive and it just doesn't protect your lens. What you need to do, use your hand as a squeegee, wipe away the excess paint. Your hand is not going to cause the scratches that an abrasive cloth would. Then you move on to your cleaning solution and your microfiber cloth to do the fine tuning. Don't use your microfiber cloth to clean off the excess paint first. What's going to happen is it'll be full of paint, and when you go to clean off the rest of the paint, you're just wiping more onto the lens. It's pretty much going to be toast. If you have a large microfiber cloth, you can go ahead and use that because you're going to have room to clean off the rest on a clean area. Also, don't use Windex. I can't stress this enough. Ammonia, any other strong cleaning solution like that, is going to remove the anti-fog coating that the manufacturer put onto your lens. Every lens comes from the manufacturer with some level of anti-fog coating, and using Windex or any other cleaner like that is just going to take that off. Over time, your mask is going to fog up more, you're going to have more problems with it, and it's just going to need to be replaced sooner than it would otherwise. Alright, so we're at the end of the day. We've played all day, it's time to go home. And as you can see, our mask needs some cleaning. This is going to be more extensive than the cleaning we just did, but we have some different tools at our disposal as well. Once you get home, you can use your sink, hot water, perhaps even a sprayer, and that's going to make that task nice and easy. We can clean this lens off, or the mask as a whole, in the same method we did with this one. However, it's going to take a while, your cleaning cloth is going to get really dirty, and it's just easier to use the sink. Let's face it, at the end of the day, we're all tired, we want to do as little work as possible. So, there's a few things to bear in mind as we do this. Number one, use hot water. Cold water isn't going to be as effective. The hot water is going to get this water-soluble paint right off your mask. Also, when you're spraying the lens, keep in mind the angles that you're spraying the water into. There's been some concern about the double pane thermal lens, if you have one, getting water in between the two lenses. It's not a huge deal, but it's something to think about, and I'll show you some techniques on how to do that in a minute. Also, along that same line, don't soak your mask or dunk it underwater. That's just asking for problems. So let's go see how effective this method is. So here we have our mask in the sink. Now, this is by far the easiest way to clean your mask. By using a sprayer to wash that paint off of there, you're going to get the paint out of all the little crevices that you would normally have to dig at with a microfiber cloth. It's just going to do by far the best job of cleaning your mask. So, as we're doing this, a couple of things to remember. Like we said, spray directly towards the mask, not from the top or from the bottom at an extreme angle. Like we said, there's that remote chance that you may end up getting water inside your lens, and you want to avoid that. So let's get our hot water fired up. Once you have your mask sprayed off to your liking, all you simply need to do is pick it up and set it onto a dry towel. Let it air dry for about 2 hours. You're going to find that it's ready to go. Sometimes there may be a few water spots on the lens. No big deal. Use your cleaning spray and microfiber cloth to get those knocked right out, and you're ready to go. And there we have it. 2 clean masks, 2 different methods on how to effectively keep your lens clean and scratch free. Whether you're in the field or you're at home, there's a couple things to bear in mind. Number 1, never use abrasive cloth, your t-shirt, or a paper towel to clean your mask. A microfiber cloth is always the best when you can use one. Also, don't use Windex or any other strong cleaner that will remove the anti-fog coating on your lens. Simple cleaning spray or even just hot water is always best to use. When you're at home, a couple of other things when you're washing your mask in your sink. Number 1, the entire mask can get wet. That's fine. From the foam inside to the strap on the back, it can all get wet. It's not going to cause any problems. Also, when you're spraying your mask off, avoid getting those extreme angles which can put water inside your lens. That's also why we say don't dunk the mask in water. You're just asking for that water to get soaked in there. So, to wrap up, if there's anything you think we have missed today, or if you have any questions about what we talked about, or even if you have an idea for a future video, send us an email at videos@hustlepaintball.com. And as always, you can get this gear and anything else you may need at hustlepaintball.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.